February 2nd, 2012 was a very busy day for ultra-distance runner John Powell. He started out his day with a radio interview at WSLR's Cafe Oasis. Then he was off to Melbourne to the Melbourne Marathon. John was the guest of honor at the reception dinner and received a warm welcome from everybody he came in contact with. It was a very festive occasion, attended by some of the superstars of the running community. There was great food, great music, and great conversation, and a sense that something special was about to happen. John was there to receive the flag that he would carry across America.
Do you remember a guy who was running like with a flag in his hand? Didn't you remember him? Yeah. He had like the greatest mustache. It's gotten even better. John Powell over here. Let me talk about John Powell. He's an ultra runner. What do you run, like 100 miles at a stretch or something? 100 miles. But John contacted me last year, a friend of ours, and he wanted to run the race carrying a flag. You can't say no to that, of course. John was a huge hit, and so honored to have him last year carrying. It's not just a little flag; he's carrying a big flag. Huge flag. And it's very cool. John came back at me this year, earlier in the year, and I learned about something he's doing called the Patriot Run. On March 1st, John's going out to San Francisco. He's going to run down the Florida coast or California coast. He's going to run across the U.S. and he's going to finish in Key West 3 months later. He's going to be carrying a flag that we're about to see in a second here, a big flag. And John's focus and mission in life is to try to raise $1 million for the Wounded Warriors. Is that right, John? So what we have here is I have Colonel Blaylock from Patrick Air Force Base and John has a flag that we're going to take a look at. It's going to be presented, and Mark, this friend of John's from overseas, Afghanistan. Is that where you were? Afghanistan. This flag flew over Kabul, Afghanistan on Christmas Day, and it was presented to John, and we're going to do a turnover of the flag now, and that's the flag that's going to cross the United States, and I'm sure we'll see it all over newscasts for months to come. So you want to say a few words, John, and Colonel Blaylock?
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to just say it's an honor to be here. Mark Jackson here is a friend of mine. He's also a resident of Melbourne. Him and I are fellow ultra runners. That's where I met Mark. And Mark just returned from his third deployment in Afghanistan. And Mark's wife is also an ultra runner, and she heard of what I was doing, and we conspired to get Mark to fly this flag over Camp Eggers in Kabul, Afghanistan on Christmas Day, and he mailed it back, and I have it, and I'd just like to have him present it to our homeland military here and add even more special meaning to the flag. But I hope to run across the United States in 80 days with this flag, and I hope to be back here next year with good news. Thanks.
Pretty amazing, huh? Yeah. This is Sponsors Community Party. This wouldn't be happening without all of you and our residents who are out there supporting the race and cheering it on. I just want to say thanks. This is our event. This is Melbourne's event. And thank you again. We will see you Saturday and Sunday.
Hi, I'm Colonel Mark Blaylock from the 920th Rescue Ranger Patrick Air Force Base. Tonight we presented the flag to John, who's going to run cross country with it from San Francisco to Key West, and hopefully raise $1 million for the Wounded Warrior Foundation.
Awesome. All right, I'm Mark Jackson. I'm a special agent for Army CID. Just got back from Afghanistan. I've known John for a while because we do a lot of races together. The flag I gave him flew over Camp Eggers, which is in Kabul, Afghanistan. I actually ran it up a flagpole. I didn't just throw it across the room and have it fly that way. And sent it back to him, and he thought it'd be a good idea for me to present it to him. So I have no doubt he'll carry it across the country, San Francisco to apparently Key West, I think.
Exactly. What do you think about the Wounded Warrior Project?
I think that's great. As a veteran myself, and still a DoD employee and a Department of the Army employee, these wars and injuries that result from them have defined my life. Some of my best friends are injured veterans. My best friend himself has one leg as a result of these wars. So everything he's doing, from the ones that are dying and dead to the ones that are injured, both visible and invisible, I appreciate what he's doing. Hopefully he can hit his goal.
All right, thank you.
We are at the Melbourne Marathon, and just got presented this awesome flag by Mark, and we're getting close, man.
Yeah.
A few more days.
Yes, sir.
A few more days.
How was that experience receiving that flag?
It's awesome. You know, this is only just a tip of the iceberg of what we're going to be able to experience as we move across the country.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
All right, man. It was awesome.
I'm Ernst van Dijk. I'm from South Africa. Very happy to be here in Melbourne. It's my second time here. Looking forward to the race. I guess my claim to fame is I've won the Boston Marathon 9 times. I'm the world record holder.
Wow.
I think, running across America, raising money for wounded veterans. There's so many guys coming back from Iraq, and they need a new outlook on life. Life goes on. And I think what he's doing, raising funds, raising awareness, is incredible. And hopefully, some of those guys will come into the sport and contribute to the success we achieve.
All right, beautiful, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right.
All right.
Danny Absar from Boulder, Colorado, Newton Running.
How's the country?
John is, I've run 100-mile races. I've done 5 of those. I've done 3-day races up in Canada. But what he's attempting is really great. It's for a really great cause. And I highly respect what he's doing because, it's not always going to be fun, right? And some days you're going to feel sick and tired, but if you have a goal in mind and you want to accomplish it, you can certainly do so. And I think the cause is great. I respect him tremendously for doing what he's doing.
Thank you.
My name is Mitch Barnes. That's V like Victor, A-R-N-E-S, and I live here in Indialantic near Melbourne. John Pyle, amazing individual. He came and ran our race last year, 2011, Melbourne Beaches Music Marathon and Half Marathon. Huge inspiration. Carrying the U.S. flag on the course, people were talking about him for weeks. And to have John come back to our race and to know what he's doing with his project and with the Wounded Warriors, it's just outstanding. And you got to support him, and you got to believe in it. And we're so happy he's here.